Okay, 50 minutes, still got 1 volt. Now, if, and I say if, that goes to the hour, that's great, that's wonderful. But I've got a problem. When I look at C ratings and all the rest of it, and then I look at what I've got, how do I put this? I kind of think what I've got, even now, is not that fantastic, to be honest. And that's just me being honest. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why. What we've got here is what I've built there. Now I kind of know how much active material is in there. I don't know exactly, but I kind of know what I've got. So I'm looking at what this is doing, and we've got 52 minutes. Hopefully it's going to go to the hour. But when I think about the load, which was 150 milliamps, we know it's more, but the initial load at 2 volts, is it that good? You know, is it that good? I don't know yet, to be honest, and I'm actually being honest. I've never. Lots of people say, "Oh, well, what's the energy density of that?" You know, what was your area squared, and you know all the rest of it. But I don't really know, because I've never ever sat down and worked anything like that out, because I'm still in this phase of trying to come up with a carbon and also a construction. So I'm still in that phase. I'm you know, I haven't graduated on from that yet. But getting back to how I feel about what's going on there, I don't know. It does not excite me, to be honest. And I'll tell you why. And I've said this before. That battery, which is a AAA battery, Kodak, it's a carbon battery, it's a zinc chloride battery, extra heavy duty, it says, 1.5 volts. That battery there can run all of those motors there. Not that bad one, obviously, but it did run all of those motors for 2 hours solid. 2 hours. And that's what you're up against. And to be fair, that's just a tiny battery, isn't it? You know, in the grand scheme of things, that is a tiny battery. Now, we know all about the chemistry, we know all about that, but you know, there's a zinc as a metal playing a part and all the rest of it. But if you take it apart, there's the carbon, the active material, and that's 23 or 24 grams of material. You know, that's it. That's what's inside there. Okay, that is it. So you know, if that can run all of those motors, plus the other one that I've crossed out now because it's busted, you know, that's what you're up against, and that's just a tiny battery like that. So all of this, you know, all of this, where are we? Where am I? You know, that's the dilemma I've got. That's what's in my head. That's what's going around in my head, you know. I won't be happy, to be honest, until I've got that there, what you see there, and it delivers 1 amp for 1 hour, and then it's only a 1 amp hour battery. But anyway, you can see this ticking away. We've still got a volt, 1.01 volts. We're on 56 minutes. Hopefully, like I say, I can come back on the hour and we'll see where we are. But yeah, look at that, and look at this. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm getting despondent or what. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel right this minute. I don't. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with what is going on now, and where I've come from where I was. You know, I'm happy with that. But AAA battery, 2 hours, all of those motors, 2 hours, that's 2 hours. And we're almost on 1 hour with this, you know, with all of that. So I know that we've got to equate it differently because of what I've got and what that is, you know, and I know that the active material that I've got in there probably kind of equates to that. But you know, and that's technology that's been around for, in one respect or another. We know that, you know, there were advances in that technology, but it's been around for 100 years, and I don't know. You just can't odds it. You know, it just speaks for itself. That AAA battery. So, I don't know. But anyway, I said I was going to come back on the hour. We're almost there. Maybe I'll come back on an hour and 10. Speak to you soon. Okay, the next best time mark I think is 68 minutes, almost 69. And the last time was 59. Now, two things. Firstly, I've stopped now trying to video the whole event because of the constraints of this camera and the maximum file size achieved and all that rubbish. Hopefully in the near future I can solve that by just buying something that records, you know, for hours. It's been a nightmare for over a year now, this. But anyway, the reason why I tend to do this now and talk a bit about various things is so you can watch that and watch that and work out some sort of a timescale, if you want to see if I'm fudging things, or, you know, it's not what you see, or whatever. You can work it all out if you want to. I don't care. So that's the first thing. That's why I do what I'm doing now, the way I'm doing it now. That's it. so that's that bit. Now, getting back to sort of realities, let's look at these 18650s, a bank of them there. Look, the ultimate at the moment in batteries, lithium ion. Now, wow, they are just superb. They're brilliant, you know, but they explode and they catch, they burst into flames and all sorts of things, and that's not good, is it? You got lipos. We've even got lithium batteries now. You know, I've seen a guy and he's took a pair of these and he's gone flat cell, you know, and snipped bits off it, and they still work. That's fantastic. But that's in what I call the rat race. Now, if I wanted to, you know, produce some ultimate power, I'd be working on that, you know, that technology. That's the easy route, isn't it? Really. Lithium, yeah, go for it. Try some lithium. But as I've said all along, I'm not in that sector, if you like. I am where I am, and I'm talking again now, so you can watch that and you can watch that. So we're on 71 minutes at the moment. So, you know, if you don't believe what's going on and you want to sort of work it all out, you can. That's lovely, you know, go for it. But at the end of the day, there's one end of the scale, there's the other. 18650s, AAA battery there, look, you know. This is what you're up against at the end of the day. Now, I might sound a bit, I don't know, what's the word, dejected? No, I'm not, you know. I'm loving what's going on now, I really am. I'm just loving this. Because, you know, what I've shown previous to this was less than this, so, and this is more. So, you know, 72 minutes, look. An initial 150, 60 milliamp load, 170 milliamps, whatever it was, and we're still on 124 milliamps there, and we're on 73 minutes, 0.82 of a volt. But like I said, you know, until I can get that to do 1 amp for 1 hour, I don't think I'll be happy. So there's the goal, you know, this is what you strive for, this is what you want. You know, if you haven't got a goal or an ambition, you know, to reach that goal, then just forget it. Just forget it. So, with all that said, the one thing I'm really getting sick of is watching that spin round as well. That's like, watching that is like looking at Windows, Microsoft Windows, this never-ending circle. Even on your phone these days, you get this circle. It just keeps going round and round and round. You don't know what's going on. It's just this circle. Do you know what? It does my head in, watching that. And to be honest, that just reminded me of it. I thought, switch it off, Kev. But anyway, 0.8, 74 minutes, look. I'll come back in a bit. Okay, we are on 0.73, 81 minutes. Same load, same motors, nothing's changed. They're all running away there in the background. I don't know why I've got this one stood up there. Turn that off, really. Like I say, they're all running away. Not certain where this is going to finish voltage wise, but 81 minutes, wow, that's new. I'm kind of undecided now what I'm going to do. I did talk about using these plates to build a 12 volt version of this. Don't know whether I should rebuild this as is, you know, with what I've got there, or go for this 12 volt thing. Maybe I'll toss a coin, I don't know. But wouldn't it be lovely if that went on to 90 minutes? That would be superb. Don't know if it will. Not a clue. Because that's the first charge and this is the first run. Of course, the only problem is with getting bigger and better is it's the time scale. Yeah, the time scale goes on for longer, doesn't it? That's the thing. But what I'm going to do, because I know for a fact that I'm really short on memory in this phone, I'm going to cut this bit short now and come back. If I start to see that failing, I'll come straight back in. If not, we'll just let that timer go on. And I don't know if you, hopefully you've seen that timer, but there it is. Alright, so I should have put it on the big one really, but that was the charge time, wasn't it? I charged it up for 44 minutes. I didn't mean to, but I just forgot because of my new computer and playing around with that. But there you go. And what I'm trying to do again is talk, you know, about stuff, so you can watch that and that, and again, I'll say it again. I shouldn't keep repeating myself, but you know, you can decide that what I'm saying is, you know, what's actually happening. I don't know why I do this actually. I don't know why I have to justify myself. It's stupid really, but I don't know, I guess it's, I don't know, just the way I am, so we'll have to live with that fact. But anyway, I'll come back shortly. Okay, I wanted to get this bit particularly on film because we're on 89 minutes 55 seconds 0.65. Now realistically that could kick out at any time. 90 minutes. I wanted to talk about this, which as you know is on there with the aluminium foil. I've been using this stuff in all of my early videos. This is what I used, so I know the properties, I know what it is, I know what it does and all the rest of it. But you know, seeing that Robert Murray Smith video, the last one, about this carbon fibre weave, like I say, I knew all about the nitric acid trick. I did not know about the trick in the kiln, admittedly, and it was a very informative video, very informative. I think, should I say this? Yeah, I will. One of the most informative videos, you know, information wise, from Robert for quite a while now. But am I now going to put some of this in the kiln at 350 degrees and make what I've got there better? No, I'm not. For all of the reasons I've stated earlier on and in other videos, I've gone from this stuff from China, which is microporous, and these two give the same results. Robert Murray Smith showed us that if you treat it right, or put it through a process, it can give an extra, I think he said 20%, another 20%. I know that can. Microporous graphite. I've got no control over that. So that's out the window now. That's gone. That's it. Finished. This stuff, although it, as good as it is, I still can't use this because it's just too difficult to deal with, and that's all there is to it. I don't really know what more to say. What can I say? I love this stuff. I just absolutely love this stuff for the properties that it's got. And it's there, it's working in there. And it's there, it worked in that one that you saw early on. There it is, look, Although that's a finer, weave than this and what have you, but I've got to develop my own material. I've got to do that. And that's what I'm going to do. I've got my heart set on it, my mind set on it, that's it. I am going to develop my own material. Unless of course, I can find something comparable with that, that's easier to deal with. I don't know, what format would that be? What form would it take? Well, if I do know that there are materials like this out there, which is carbon, graphite or carbon, kind of a, how do you describe it? It's not a foam, it's, I don't know, the words escape me for now, but I mean, if there was something like that out there that was easier to deal with, easier to cut, that's possibly where I would go. I would buy it, and again, it depends on the cost, that's the thing. This, look at that, that's lovely, isn't it? That is lovely. This stuff, you've got all these fraying edges to deal with. It's just an absolute nightmare. And there are battery companies that use this in batteries. Button cells, I've seen a lot of research, with button cells with carbon fibre weave. But for me, it's a no-no at the end of the day. So ordinarily, I've got to admit, having seen that Robert Murray Smith video, I would normally, have put some of that in the kiln and tried it, tested it to give me that extra 20% and all the rest of it. But as you see this, it's that stock from the factory as it is, that's it. And for for the reasons I've just said, that is the reason I'm not going to continue with that, and I am going to hopefully develop my own material for a collector, in my batteries, and that's where I want to be, and that's where I want to go. So win, lose, fail, whatever, that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I've done a bit of research and well, not research, I've done a few experiments, shall we say, and kind of got there. I'm probably, I don't know, percentage terms, 10% in, I would say. But that's where I want to be. So again, what I've done is, hopefully I've talked about some stuff that was interesting. Hopefully it's all made sense. It's very late, I'm tired, but I'm sticking with this. We're on 97 minutes, points, well, 0.59, 0.6. We're on 122 milliamps on that current meter. Now if I just unplug the charger from this phone and show you that, there we are, 0.59, and there's the time. Now I thought, to be honest, that this was all, I'll just zoom that back in, gonna come to an abrupt halt, not so long back, but you know, it's hanging in there. Now wouldn't it be a shame if that kicked out, those motors stopped now before that got to the 100, but I think it's gonna again, I think it's gonna do that. Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna do that. Oh, for just another couple of minutes charge. Maybe 46 minutes. Now, you can't see my face at the moment, but I am smiling. I am smiling to myself. Because I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at that. And it is kind of an achievement and a milestone and all the rest of it, but that has just gone to 100. Well, it's obviously restarted itself, but I mean, you saw that, so we're on 100 minutes and 16 seconds, look, which is okay, but at the end of the day, like I said, I do give myself a reality check, and the reality check is that ran for 2 solid hours. 2 solid hours. All of those motors. And I've just done it for not 2 hours with all of that, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't quite know where I'm going with that just at the moment in my head, but I'll let you know when I've figured it out. So anyway, 101 minutes. Look at that. Oh, wow. Couldn't have timed that better. So, 101 minutes, 150 milliamps. Don't really know what that means just yet. No idea. Like a deer with no eyes. No idea. But you see, even that now is encouraging, because, you know, prior batteries, you know, stuff before this, you know, they've gone up to 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 over a period of time, and that's just shot up to back to 1 volt. So, you know, even that in itself is kind of encouraging, if you like. So that's it for tonight. It's quite late. What I'm going to do is come back tomorrow after work and charge this thing again and go again, amongst other stuff, of course. You know, I'll undoubtedly find something else to do and show or whatever, but yeah, I'm quite happy about that, for what it was. So I'll be back. Okay, this is the following day from testing this thing. What I wanted to see was, I mean, how long's it been? Let me see. "15 hours it's been." I'm sorry, I'll just work that out. Is there any voltage? Who knows? Well, yeah, 1.3 volts. I'll just put that there. Okay, 1.3 volts recovered on its own after that major run, following day. That's not bad. Of course, has it got any oomph left in it? So we're on the 10 amp scale. Wow, 2 amps peak. That's quite incredible. I think I'm quite liking this design now then. Right, well, you've seen that now. I think it was pretty awesome. You might not think that, I don't know. Pretty powerful. But if you watch the video with a reality check, and that's some reality check really, when you think about what I was trying to say, if you digested what I was trying to say. So the next one I build, I've got to say, will be even more powerful, because I know how to build these things now. I've got the gist of what I'm doing and how to achieve what I want to achieve from that battery. I'm going to build a 12 volt version as well over the next few days, so that's going to be hopefully an eye-opener. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't have a lot more to say for once, so wait for the next one.